Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Take and Make here at Do Space. My name's Chris, and I don't know if you knew this, but it's the spooky season. There's ghosts and ghouls all around. So we thought that we'd capture that energy into our October Take and Make with our haunted automatas. Our haunted automatas are going to work like this. We're going to be changing rotational energy into a different direction. So when I take and spin my straw here, it's going to rotate the cams in the middle of our box, which is going to push up and down our piston, thus making it look like our bat is flying behind the cloud. Pretty neat, right? Your Take and Make kit will include the following supplies: 5 cardboard box pieces, 3 cardboard cam pieces, 1 cardboard lifter piece, a straw, a skewer, 3 putty squares, a sheet of black paper, and a sheet of white paper. You'll also need these supplies from around your house: a pair of scissors, tape, markers, and hot glue. The first step is going to be assembling our cardboard box. Now, we laser cut these on our universal laser system here in-house, and we made them to look like puzzle pieces. So there should only be one solution to make sure that each of these squares lines up with a gap like this. Start off by arranging your 5 puzzle pieces like this. This is a great starting point to make sure that each piece is in its right location. And all I'm going to do now is start taping our pieces together. Come in. Gonna make sure I don't cover up my hole, but I'm going to tape some on the top, some on the bottom, right at that 90-degree point, just enough so that it stays together. I'm going to repeat this process with each of the sides of my cube. Don't worry if it's a little flimsy to start off with, it will get stronger when we have all the pieces assembled. If you've got access to a hot glue gun at home, I'd also recommend using this to seal up your joints if you want a little cleaner looking box. All right, our cube is assembled, and it may not look very pretty, but it's gonna get the job done. If you don't get anything else from today's Take and Make video, remember this: looks don't matter, as long as it has appropriate functionality. The next step will be taking our straw and cutting it right at the point where the straw starts to bend. It's got that accordion material. I'm going to cut it right there. And absolutely lost my straw tip. Where'd you go? Okay, I found it. We can go back to business. The longer straw is going to be threaded through our cube. I'm going to take the end and I'm going to start sliding it in until it makes its way out. So this is what our straw is going to look like, and we can kind of do whatever we want with this bendy bit. And then our shorter straw is going to be sitting up in the top to hold our axle in place. Sort of like this. But don't get too comfortable. We still need to slide our cam pieces through our straw so that they can rotate inside of our cube. All right, I have grabbed our 3 cam pieces, and I'm going to line them up in a row so that I can see out the hole in the middle. I'm going to unthread my straw really quick. And very carefully, I'm going to try to slide all 3 of those cams through the straw. And this may take a little bit of finagling to get it to go through each one. Just like that. I'm going to take my 3 pieces, slide a bit further, and continue to slide my straw back so that it's all the way through our box. And to give it a test, I spin my straw, and you can see all 3 of those cams are rotating in harmony. Peace, harmony, unity, togetherness. One thing we'll need to watch out for is those cams sliding apart from each other and not being uniform. That's where our sticky putty comes in. Go ahead and grab 2 of the 3 squares of sticky putty. Try to rip them off into equal amounts. Just start working the putty in between your fingers so that it gets some of its tackiness back. Gross. It's kind of... Oh. Once our tack has been thoroughly kneaded, we're going to take a piece of it, sort of turn it into a little worm. We're going to stretch it out just a little bit, and we're going to wrap it around either end of the straw, right next to the cam. So I'm going to wrap it around, make sure my cams are all aligned. And I just want to make sure that they don't slide around on our straw. This is essentially acting as a washer. Attach it to one side, and then take my other piece, stretch it out, wrap it around the other side. The next thing we're going to do is take our skewer and cut it in half. Yeah! Oh, that actually cut it. We actually recommend not karate chopping your wooden skewer, so instead find a pair of scissors or find a nice line point and just work it between your fingers until you've got a nice 4-inch long piece. Take your wooden skewer piece and thread it through the straw at the top of your box. This is the piece that's going to be moving up and down when we turn our cams. Take your last bit of putty, start kneading it, make it into a little ball. You're going to place it right in the middle of your last cardboard piece, that circular lifter piece. Try to smush it, use your fingernails to kind of adhere it to the middle of your circle. Take your putty piece, and we're going to stick it right onto the bottom of our skewer. Just go ahead and smush it in as deep as it'll go. This requires a little bit of delicate finger work. Try to smooth up the sides of the putty so that it really is connected to the bottom of your dowel. And if you did everything right, when you have your haunted automata up and start turning the straw on the side, you should see your skewer rise and lower as the lifter piece gets risen and lowered by the cams in the middle. And now all that's left to do is to create something to rise and lower on your haunted automata. We gave you some pieces of paper, but feel free to grab markers or grab materials from home and make it whatever you'd like. It is Halloween, so if you stick with the classics like a mummy or a ghost or a Frankenstein or a Dracula or a swamp thing or a zombie The important thing is how you attach your pieces. So you'll notice on the back side here, I've got my cloud taped to the straw so that it doesn't move up and down. It stays in place. But my bat has been taped straight to the skewer so that when I turn my straw, get everything lined up. So when I turn the straw, only the bat is moving up and down, and that cloud is staying in place. Thank you so much for tuning in to this month's Take and Make activity. We hope that you had a good time. Make sure to check out our calendar at www.dospace.org/calendar to see all of the cool events and classes that we've got coming up for November and December. It's a lot. There's going to be something there for everybody, and we hope that you embrace Do Space this holiday season and continue hanging out with us as we bring you some pretty cool tech activities. We'll see you around.